You're an Outside the Belly. I'm John Fredericks, and I am your blowtorch, your free speech in America, your oracle of the applause. Hey, thanks for being with us. Don't forget, follow me on social media at JF Radio Show. You probably don't know this, but I'm a TikTok sensation. That's right. Follow me there at JF Radio Show and Instagram and all the other social media platforms. Don't forget our new YouTube channel. Tyler loves it. We say it's new, Tyler, but it's the OG channel, the original YouTube channel of the John Fredericks Show 15 years ago. That was banned, canceled, and thrown to the wolves. Finally, we got it reinstated after 5 years and 3 lifetime bans. All got lifted, and now we're back. So just go to everything is up there, all our callers, everything. Just go to, so easy to do, just go to YouTube, John Fredericks Media, YouTube, John Fredericks Media, and it'll pop right up. Don't forget to subscribe, and you're going to get all the videos right there because we're here for you. That's right. Let's get in. We got a lot of people on here. Let's get in Walter Curt from, he's an independent journalist. Walter, thanks for your patience. Thanks for being with us.
Morning, John. How are you?
So this Virginia debacle that is going on, looks like we're going to get a referendum in April, and they're going to try to jam through another 4 Democrat seats, gerrymander everything into oblivion, and maybe it'll get defeated in the courts. Maybe it'll get stayed until 2028. But the only way to really be sure you're going to stop this is by defeating the referendum. But here's what the Democrats are going to do in the General Assembly. They're going to pass this thing. They're going to make a referendum on their ability to redraw the congressional maps. But they're also going to have a constitutional amendment along with that one for, I would assume, same-sex marriage, for codifying abortion, and what other left-wing amendment they want. They're going to jumble it together, put it on the ballot, get their voters out, put 2,000 people on the ground, spend $10 million to pass it. And what is our response to that? Do you have any idea?
Well, I'm assuming as of right now, there's not a whole lot, seeing how we're supposed to be the ones trying to figure it out. Not great.
Brilliant.
Well, this is the same sort of problem we had in Ohio. So in Ohio, when they brought the referendum out to fix, they wanted to put abortion into the referendum here. They spent $20-something million. They went to all of the big cities in Ohio. So they went to Cincinnati, they went to Cleveland, they went to Columbus, and they dumped all of their money there. That's all they did. They didn't advertise at all in the rural areas. And then they, right before, they also managed to put legalizing marijuana on the ballot as well. So, they're making sure that they stuff all of their, whatever their base, favorite activities of the base, they stuff that on there to make sure they get more of their people out. So it's going to be the exact same program. I wouldn't be surprised if the campaign that runs that referendum, I guarantee you is the same group. They've been doing it nationally. So.
And what happened in Ohio? How was it defeated?
They beat it. They pushed it in Ohio. They passed it. They passed it by a huge margin. I mean, it was they won by 200-something thousand votes. But that's also because the Republicans didn't do anything. They did nothing. I mean, their messaging, what was it? Their messaging said on the Ohio stuff was that out-of-state money was funding this campaign to get this referendum passed. It's like, what the hell does that mean? That doesn't mean anything at all. People don't care. They didn't say anything. I mean, my argument to people was that you're trying to make the Constitution of my state a policy document. I mean, why would you want that? Your Constitution seems to be a little bit more important than that, but they didn't care. So now anytime the Democrats want to do something, they're just going to jam through a constitutional amendment, and the Constitution's a meaningless document.
We're going to get killed.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody said to me the other day, well, we need to do a poll. Really? We just had a poll. It's called Abigail Spanberger Kicked Your Ass. I mean, we just did a poll. Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, we're going to run out, like, they're probably going to try to run like a good governance campaign. Like, it's good governance. Yeah, let's get Doug Wilder involved. I mean, was he 92? Nice guy. But this stuff, I mean, they got an army. They got an apparatus. I mean, we're going to a bazooka fight with a butter knife. I mean, you just can't win. So, but we got to fight it. You just can't sit back and let them take it for the taking. You got to fight this. And hopefully we'll come up with a way to do that. I'm starting to do everything in my power, but
Well, I mean, I think there's ways you can fight it. I mean, but the difference is just not using not using the Republicans' apparatus because they don't have one. You have to come up with your own apparatus. You have to get people to be excited about it.
Not true, Walter. Now, the Republican Party of Virginia, now they do have an apparatus. They have a beeper. They have a coffee pot. It's got Joe DiMaggio's picture on it, Mr. Coffee, 1972. They got a coffee pot. They got a beeper. They do have an office. I think they've got a POTS line in there, and they might have internet. Maybe. So they're rolling.
Yeah, they got dial up. I mean, that's where they're at, really. I mean, it is that bad. But the deal is that this specific thing for make sure the redistricting doesn't happen, we should be able to rally more national people to be on this because it's unconstitutional in the state, and they're just trying to ram it through, even though we just passed this 5 years ago. But if you really want to try and get people involved nationally, you can, because this is the big fight we're in. This is the redistricting battle that's going on across the country, and this is going to be everywhere. I mean, this isn't just going to be this state that's doing it. Now, Virginia moving forward on it is a bit absurd because you guys just had 5 years ago. You just passed this into the Constitution. Now they're going to do it again. I think here would be the easiest place to defeat it if people got up and actually tried to do something about it, which would require actual mobilization and actual campaigning, which apparently the Republican Party of Virginia cannot do. So someone else is going to have to do it.
No, they'd rather have a state committee meeting. I think there's like 9,000 state committee members or something. They'd rather have a state committee meeting and fight amongst themselves on getting an amendment for like ranked choice voting. I mean, it is so absurd. They have nothing going on there. They have no apparatus, no infrastructure. So if the Republicans in Virginia, if they want to defeat this, they're going to have to build their own, and they're going to have to do it in a couple of months. It's a tough task. I'm all in. I'll do anything I can. But, my view is the only way to beat this is by going up and down the I-81 corridor in Southwest Virginia and say, if you don't vote against this, you voted for Trump, he's going to get screwed. So they're screwing our guy. And you got to get out to stop the screw of our guy. If you try to position this as good governance and, get a coalition together of they better figure out how to get the message to the base, because they just lost the message with the base. We just saw that. I mean, you saw Southern Virginia 40% drop in turnout. He didn't get the base out. It was a horror show.
Yeah. I mean, that's what pissed me off when I looked at this, when I looked at the numbers and I started seeing Southwest Virginia. And, we were trying to advertise, trying to get people down in Southwest Virginia. But if you don't message to them and you don't even go down there and you don't talk to any of them, why are you surprised? Why are you shocked? I mean, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be shocked, because Trump's people down there and the very far, the Lee County, all those places, all the way down there in Southwest Virginia, 40 to 50% turnout drop. That means that Trump was the only people that got those people out. So if you want to fix this and you want to get out of this, you're probably going to have to get Trump and his team to actually help you with it. That's the only real way.
Bingo. Let's bring in Michael Piletz. Michael, thanks for joining us, Michael. As always, Michael is basically our law and order guy. Michael, thanks for joining us today. Michael, you can follow him at Michael in Truth. Michael, I've got Walter Curt on with you. President Trump, this is interesting, Michael and Walter. So President Trump is meeting with Mandami in the White House on Friday. I'm in favor of the meeting, because one thing about President Trump, he'll meet with anybody, try to figure out what's going on. I think that's one of his tremendous strengths. So he's meeting with Mandami Monday. Mandami says ICE can't go in there. He doesn't want the cops cooperating with him. What do you think? What do you think Trump's message should be in this meeting, Michael?
I think he should pull out his naturalization papers and say, "July, ICE is waiting at the door for you. Have a safe flight back to where you came from." I mean that's just very blunt. You've got a guy here that just 2 days ago advertised in one of his meetings he will no longer enforce U.S. law, only international law. What is the guy thinking? I mean, he's not like he even lives in this country. We have got to start taking a very strong, proactive response. I appreciate what your guest said, what Keller just said. It's like we're doing nothing. It's like we're deer in headlights. We're better than that. America, we're better than that. You want to know how you get the turnout in Virginia on every other place in the country? Start indicting these congressmen who have been stealing our money for all these years. We have the evidence. We just indicted one out of 435. We got a long way to go. Start making people think you're doing something to defend the American people, and you'll get a turnout. You'll get so big of a turnout that'll take 3 days just to get them all through the line. But as long as the American people think you don't care what I think, you're going to do your own thing anyway. Who cares? What difference does it make? Turnout's going to be depressed. Your massive liberal element is going to rally. This is their day. This is their time to change policy with having very little representation, and they're going to pour out and do it. So back on your initial question with Ben Donnie, make sure you got a strong backbone. Tell it like it is. It shouldn't be more than a 5-minute meeting. There should be ICE sitting on the backside of the door, ready to escort him to the plane. It's just that simple. You cannot do that in this country, John. I can't get elected to be governor, mayor, whatever it is, and just say, guess what? It's my state now. It's my town. I'll do what the hell I want to. You can't do that, John. It's just not the way this country's worked.
Think about what he said the other day about, I'm not going to adhere to U.S. law, just international law. I mean, basically, he's declaring New York City not part of the United States.
Correct. And, international law is recognized as Sharia law.
That's right.
So, law, international law, whatever that is, I guess, call up Carl Schwab, the global enterprise or something. I mean, it's insane.
Where's our backbone, John? Where's our backbone, America? It's time.
It's falling apart.
Sure.
All right, guys, stay with us. Stay with us. We got Mel in Saratoga. We got Caroline in New York City. Stay with us. Michael Letts, Walter Curt duo.